So hi, One Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Happy Monday.
It is a productive Monday.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is a productive Monday. Although I did wake up with the Monday scaries.
What's that? Tell me more.
Terrified of it being Monday.
Oh, so that was your tweet where you said me this morning when I woke up realizing
and it was
Monday.
Snoopy.
It was Snoopy,
yeah.
like with the hair, with the little ears. Yeah, okay.
Terrified, yeah.
Makes sense.
Absolutely terrified of today. But we're getting through. Today's almost over. We're getting into tomorrow. Listen, we're coming up on a holiday weekend, so
amen.
That's the vibes. Next Monday is positive vibes because it's gonna be the end of the holiday weekend. So will it really be positive vibes, or will
no?
It
it's gonna be going back in fucking work week, feeling distraught, depressed. Just I don't even want to think about it right now.
That's good. Well, this past weekend, I went to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, which is almost 2 hours from my house, to see the Front Bottoms and Emperor X. Nice little road trip. Didn't stay there though. Made it back. Show ended at 10:30, so I was back in Mimiville at 12:15 because the last song came on, and Sam was like, "Oh, I'm not a huge fan of this song. We can start walking back because."
Oh shit!
I was like, "You sure? Like, I'm not that help. Like, the show's gonna be over in less than 5 minutes. Like, I can sit in a little bit of traffic. Like,
yeah, it's not like that.
Like the get out of here at 10:30 was we're not gonna stand in that very long merch line that never got any shorter the entire night. But not like we have to leave during the last song. But we left while the last song. But you could hear it in the distance because it was outside.
Yeah.
And the parking wasn't very far away. It's a cool spot. It was like in front of the stage was in front of like old steel stacks. So it was like a cool spot. They've turned it into like this pavilion with like it's got an amphitheater at some point. Then there's this outdoor lawn stage area where the show was, and then they have like a cafe where they hold smaller shows. But it was it also I think doubles as a tourist attraction because there was a visitor center where the line was.
You're doing way too much.
There was a lot going on. There was like a bar and restaurant on the property.
Pick one thing.
As well as an outdoor bar, and there was a prom happening on the second level of the bar and restaurant at the same time as the concert. So there were a bunch of kids out on the balcony watching the show. Imagine being able to say the Front Bottoms played your prom.
I was gonna say that's actually kind of awesome. I would be, I'd lose my shit. Huh.
So that was pretty funny. On the way there, so before I left, this is very important to the story. Before I left, I decided to get new windshield wiper blades because mine were starting to go already. I don't know why, but they were starting to like smudge the water over, not actually get rid of the water. So I put the new windshield wiper blades on my car. While I was driving about 90 miles away from home, I'm going 80 on whatever highway I was on. It was like comical. The passenger side wiper blade just whoop, and it's in my rear view.
Holy shit! Did the other one go?
No. The other one stayed on.
I'm happy for you, but like that would have been funny as hell.
The driver's side stayed on. The passenger side did not. The funny thing to me is my wipers were on the entire time I was driving. It was raining the entire way there. And it was 90 miles away. We're like 15 minutes away from the venue, and that is when the wiper blade just whoop, gone. Disappears. It's off into the abyss.
Damn.
I'm like,
Reclaimed.
I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah. Well, Sam, hangs out the passenger window and as you're going.
I'm in the leftmost lane. That thing is long gone.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I call my mom. She told me to go get it.
Whoa! It's 12 a.m.
No, it's not 12 a.m. It was probably 5:30. We were 5:30, 6 o'clock. But no, I wasn't about to go get it. I'm doing 80 on the highway in the leftmost lane. That thing is on the road.
Gone.
It's
Miles
gone.
back.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. Had to go to Advanced Auto Parts, buy a new windshield wiper. Had gotten new ones about 2 hours ago.
They were like, "Oh, you're back again."
No. 90 miles away.
God damn it,
90
dude.
miles away from my house. And I had to ask the very nice man that checked me out to help me put it on, because clearly I didn't put this windshield wiper blade on good enough, because it's currently in the middle of a highway somewhere.
Yeah, if someone can find Shane's windshield wiper, we'll give you $100.
Yes, please. I could use that wiper
You have to prove
back.
that it's his, though. Yeah.
I could use that wiper, and even because my passenger side has a really small wiper blade for whatever reason. So I walk up with it, and the guy goes, "What is this, like a rear wiper blade?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's my passenger side wiper blade. My passenger windshield wiper blade is currently sitting in the middle of the highway. It flew off while I was driving," and he just started laughing. And I was like, "I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's not funny right now. It'll be funny once I'm back on the road and this problem is fixed. But right now, I don't know what the hell to do." So yeah, that was
Holy shit.
that was the ride there. New fear unlocked. The windshield wiper blades can just
fucking gone. That's hilarious. That's funny as shit.
Yeah. So, but we made it to the show. Luckily, I was glad that I decided to leave when we did, because we were already kind of going. I've really never been to that part of New Jersey, let alone that part of Pennsylvania. So I was like, we're gonna leave with enough time. Doors are 6:30. Show doesn't start until 8. We'll get there. We'll eat in the parking lot. Yada. So I'm glad that we had enough time for the detour that ensued, because I needed two wiper blades. Didn't scratch my windshield though, which is good, because apparently that could happen. So didn't happen, thank God. But all that aside, the show itself was good.
I'm so happy to hear that. It would fucking suck if the show was ass, man. You'd be like, and after all that, show fucking sucked.
Emperor X didn't really watch his set. Sat back in the outdoor seating area of the restaurant bar prom combo.
Jesus Christ. Yes.
And the grass part to stand on was kind of on a hill, so couldn't see over it when you were sitting down to see the stage, but you could hear everything. Set sounded cool. So that's that. But went up on the grass for the front bottoms. They always put on a good show. They played their EP Rose in full, which it's not a very long EP. It's about 5 songs. Then they did what the front bottoms do every other time you see them, which is pick just random songs. There's never a set list for the tour. They just play whatever they want to play that night.
Kind of awesome. I wish more bands would do that.
Yeah, I did not like that idea the first time I saw them, but now I think I know every word to every front bottom song ever. Because I had to study their entire discography. So yeah, that was cool. Always a good show, always a good time. So hell to the man.
Hell yeah, man.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself like the next month. I got nothing zilch on the calendar. I don't know about you.
I meant to see TX2 2 days ago, and then I looked up on a story, and it was Canal Club tonight, and I was like, "Oh shit, tonight!" And it said 18 hours ago. I said, "Ooh."
Virginia was a movie, man.
It was. I mean, granted, Canal Club is like 2 hours from me. I hadn't made any plans with my Richmond friends, so it was like, it died in the water.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I can't think of any. I'm gonna be. I can't go to Idola. I don't think anyone else is coming to Virginia that I can think of right now. I mean, Virginia is already like not a hot spot, so it's kind of like when they get here, they get here.
Not sure what I'm gonna do with myself, but it's a welcome next 4 weeks or whatever, because the summer is gonna be a lot of big shows, and also the movie happening on the Barnett rooftop of the Asbury Hotel, Pollyanna Late Waves Froggy full-length feature film getting filmed on August 23rd. Holy shit, what a movie. Is it actually getting
filmed?
We are gonna have it filmed, yes, but I've also just been calling it a movie.
Oh, of course, yeah. That's why I had to clarify, because I know you said
I tried to explain to my parents why I was calling it a movie.
Yeah.
And I did a really bad job of explaining it, because everyone around me is just like going with it, even if they're confused. And my parents are like, but why is it a movie? And I'm like, it's going to be a movie.
Because it's going to be a movie, guys. What are you not getting?
It's going to be a movie. I don't know what to tell you.
Jesus, dude. They don't get it.
But we've got some records to talk about, some albums, some singles. You know the vibes. Telltale dropped their self-titled album. We spoke to Telltale. It'll be out this week.
Yes.
Check that out. It was a good chat.
It was.
This album's fucking sick.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I fucking love this record. I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna go.
All right. We in the interview we spoke about how there's a lot of different genres on this record. And you and I talk a lot about EPs being like the sampler, the palette.
Exactly.
This is what we do. 5 different songs or whatever. Not often do we see a band do that for their first album. But I think that's a really unique idea, because like the album is sometimes a bigger stamp on the career than the EP, because it's like, holy shit, this is the debut, and this is their debut record,
and also self-titled on top of all of that,
which is just like further cementing the fact that like this is kind of just doing what an EP, like a palette cleanser, or a not palette cleanser, but like a showing of
a little charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board EP is what we'll call it. And just magnifying that to an album scale. And I think that that's really cool. Not something that we see every day. But there's the old reliable that Telltale for on here. There's also some heavy shit like Eddie, which is my favorite song on the album by far.
Eddie.
And then there's some dad rock stuff. There's some it's all over the map. There's some weird shit, and acoustic. It's a little bit of everything. I appreciate that. And it becomes like it's still noticeable, like the more you listen, but it becomes less daunting as you go through. Because the first time I heard the record, I was like getting the whiplash feeling, like,
oh yes,
like this is like too much. But I've listened to this record a bunch since the first time I heard it, and they made a cohesive record while also doing a bunch of different sounds. So I really, really like this record. I liked it on first listen, but with each record, or with each listen, I've come to like it more and more, because it's become more of a cohesive experience with each listen. Eddie, as I already stated, is my favorite. But I also like Kissing in a Car Crash, Monster, Take Your Time, and W2B. So that's like half the album.
I was gonna say, you named like.
Listen, bro, they write a mean fucking chorus, and that I like bands that can write a mean chorus. And
you do.
There's a lot of those on this album. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Definitely check it out if you're a fan of any sort of music. There's a lot of different genres on here. There's something on here for everybody. Highly, highly recommend.
You stole all my fucking points. And it's fun. I kind of saw it coming, because that was literally like the exact conversation we had before interviewing them. So it's like, I was like, damn it, I shouldn't have let him go first, because now I'm just going to come on here and be like, you stole my points. And that's exactly what I sound like now. I echo everything Shane said. It was the exact same experience for me listening to it for the first time. I mean, I always look at album covers before, I mean, like fucking most people. I look at album covers before I listen to the album. And I remember looking at it being like, wow, this looks like really fucking dark and brooding and emo and emotional. And then like I listened to the first song and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I was like, this is like really poppy. This is an upbeat, just sound wise. I was like, oh, this does not, to me, match the cover art like at all.
Mhm.
Then his album progressed. There were heavier tracks, as we said. And I remember I was texting Shane as I was listening to it for the first time, being like, what the fuck is happening? But like in the best way.
Mhm.
Because it was just fucking sharp turns every fucking song. It was like, hey, you thought we were gonna go this way? Well, we're gonna go this way. And hey, you thought we were gonna do a metal song after this metal song? We're doing fucking dad rock now. So it was just like I couldn't get a grip on anything that this album was gonna do. And I really liked that because it was a mystery bag of songs. And they were all very good songs, just caught me off guard first listen. Second and third listen, as you said, it became a lot more cohesive and it flowed a lot more the more you listened to the full record. So I'm a fan. I liked it a lot. But again, it was just like so many things were throwing me off. But I liked it a lot. My favorite is probably, I think it was the second to last song. Oh, yeah, I've given more to a lesser god.
Mhm.
Damn right. I
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
love that song a lot. Yeah. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. Zayn dropped a new album, Room Under the Stairs. So, I am a One Direction fan.
Mhm.
I say that shit with pride. Okay? Um, Not so much a Harry fan right now, not so much a Louis fan, even though I am a Louis girl. But Zayn has always been like this was us, you
Mhm.
know. I have my fingers crossed, by the way, for people who are listening. Um, his last album was good. I remember it being good, but I did not revisit it. It did not have replay value for me. Respectfully, Zayn, I'm sorry, I love you. This album, I am in love with his first record, and then his second record, I believe. Fucking Mind of Mine and Icarus Falls.
Mhm.
Fucking perfect records, front to back, amazing interludes. Fucking Rainberry lives in my head rent free. I fucking love that song. Third record, I was like, oh, okay, no replay value, whatever, fine, we'll move on. This record, I'm like, okay, so we're not going back to that pop R&B vibe that we had in the first two records. I thought maybe the last one was like a little like punt or something. Like I had demos, I'm putting them out, you know, some shit like that. No. Now he's just doing I don't even know if I would count. I mean, this is probably just R&B, regular R&B. There's no pop element. Um my favorite is Stardust. I like Stardust a lot. I like the entire record. I do. I love his voice, and the album gives his voice time to shine. It really fucking platforms it and shows, hey, I can fucking sing.
Mhm.
Please listen to my silly little voice. I am. I just really wanted like an ass shaker on this record, but there were just like crying songs on this record. And I didn't want to cry, Zane. Um, great record. I liked it. Does it have replay value for me? Off first listen, I can't see myself revisiting it, unfortunately, because it's not what I'm listening to right now.
Mhm.
I do like stuff with poppy elements, or at least, you know, like a little catchy chorus, a little funky little beat or something for me to be like, ooh, this goes hard. But it's just like off first listen, I didn't get that. But I did like the record. It's just I don't think I'll be revisiting it.
I don't blame you. I made the mistake of listening to this album laying down.
Oh, you're asleep.
Yeah. I didn't like it. All right.
Yeah. Surprised.
Yeah. Wow. Big shocker. The guy that likes metal and heavy shit didn't like the Soft Zayn album. My problem with it is not that it's slow. That is a problem, but it's the fact that it's a flat line the entire time. It
Yeah,
it doesn't go anywhere. The record's almost an hour of basically just the same
like the same
vibe.
song.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Like, even if the record was slower, but there was some variation in like just the BPM, the tempo, something, like give me some sort of variation.
One thing.
It would have been a less painful listen, although I probably still would have walked away from it not 100% enjoying it, because it's just not for me. But that was really the cherry on top for me to just say, like, I did not like this album one bit. The only songs I came away with even remotely enjoying was Alienated, and then the last song, because the last song like kind of ties the full record up. It is a pretty solid closer, and I can see why Alienated was picked as a single, because it is one of the stronger songs on the record. But I don't know, man, like it was a lot of the same, and at times got boring. I found myself checking because like I was listening on my phone, like checking the track list to see
how many more do I have left?
How many more do I have left? And like scrolling up on Spotify to see, like, as each song, the next song would turn green, scrolling so I could see the progress. And like when that happens, that's the telltale sign for me that this album ain't for me. So yeah, overall, not a fan. But you know, it is what it is. Glory's always been the ZAYN fan. I've always just listened because, and funnily enough, I'm the one that put this fucking thing on the playlist because I knew it was going to be on there anyway.
And I ran to put it on there, and it said you can't add this because it's already on. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Now, it scared me.
The other thing is, I don't know about you because you're in that world, but I didn't know he had a record coming out until I read an article that was like showing all of the major releases coming out in May, around the time that 21 Pilots pushed their record back a week. I just saw an article with all the releases slated out for those couple of weeks, and that was when I was like, he has a fucking record coming out. And then I thought he did the Billie Eilish thing, because none of the we didn't talk about any of the singles, but there were singles put out. So like, I just feel like the promotion for this record, considering he's on a major and everything, at least I would have heard about it like a little bit, even though I'm not in that world, like seen an ad or some, just in passing once. But no, it was an article because I wanted to see what was coming out the week that 21 Pilots pushed
it out.
I seeked it out and found it. And I didn't even mean to.
So all I knew about was the one single that he dropped, and I heard it and I went, I don't really feel like covering this. I listened to it. I wasn't like impressed or anything. Again, I was kind of like disappointed because I still want that kind of Icarus Falls, or is it Icarus Rising? I don't know. It's fucking something with Icarus. And I wanted that kind of vibe.
Icarus Falls.
Again. Okay, good. Thank God I've been saying the right thing. And I just haven't been getting it. And it just kind of made me upset. So I went, I'm just going to make myself more upset. And I didn't even hear about the record. So it was just my friend going. My friend fucking met him because he did like a meet and greet thing for the first time ever. So I went, oh, why the fuck is he randomly? Oh, he has an album out. Okay. So yeah, no, promotion wise, it's always been shit. They don't promote him at all, or he chooses not to.
I know he's always kind of been off the radar. He like lives in the middle of nowhere.
He lives on a farm.
He just like,
he has horses.
Yeah, he just fucked off once One Direction kind of that whole thing ended.
Doesn't tour.
Yeah, so like it doesn't surprise me, but at the same time, like even if he's not promoting like an ad or a press release, something that hits the masses, that at least the major media is covering it, and I mean, that's the only reason I knew to put it on the playlist, is because I saw something 3 weeks ago and made a mental note that it was going to be on there anyway, so I might as well just beat you to it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because everyone loves him. Like, he was a kid. He hasn't done anything like super fucking crazy or alienating, something that would make everyone go, ooh, ZAYN from One Direction. he's like globally loved as a vocalist and as kind of like a personality because he is that very quiet and I don't want to say approachable because I don't fucking know him. I haven't met him, but just that type of quiet type of person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even like it would be bad if they promoted. I'm pretty sure people would be like, "Oh my God, Zayn! He was my favorite from One Direction," or "Oh my God, I'm so happy he's still doing shit." I don't know why the fuck. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't do anything.
Yeah. So
shakes my head. Okay.
Joywave dropped their new album, Permanent Pleasure. So Joywave has been a band that has interested me for a long time. We've never covered them on the podcast, but they've been super interesting to me.
Since that I Don't Know How tour, or did you know about them before?
Yeah, I kind of I had heard the name beforehand, but the I Don't Know How tour was kind of like what piqued my interest because I'm like, oh, if they're packaged together, it's probably some
it makes sense.
Yeah, somewhat makes sense.
Yeah.
And we haven't covered them, and this record came out again. We didn't cover any of the singles, but I was like, there's not a lot. There's no releases that like are the big ones that we're super excited for. So let's talk about this because I've been interested in this band. This was Shane's wild ad for the week.
It's not even wild to me. I was excited for this record.
This was Shane's out of left field ad for the week. I really enjoyed this record. I am upset that I haven't checked this band out sooner because I've been following them since like the I Don't Know How tour, but didn't listen to them. Just started like following what they're doing. I thought this record was fucking sick. I'm not the biggest fan of the opener because it's like a very slow song to start off what is the rest of the record being a rocky, funky album. But I'm a big fan of this album. My favorite is Hate to Be a Bother, because it is easily the funkiest song on the entire record. But I also like the song He's Back because it's catchy as hell. But I do like the name of the last track on the album, which is
Jesus Christ,
here to
the fucking
perform
essay.
the final song from their album, Permanent Pleasure. Please welcome Joywave. And that kind of personality is what drew me to this band to begin with, because like I could see the personality on social media.
Absolutely.
And
my God, yeah.
Yes, and they're just funneling the personality into every crevice of the band, which I always appreciate when it's not just the bands being like that on social media or on stage, but they actually funnel it into everything while also keeping the music like serious in its own right and then having fun with every other aspect of it. So overall, I thought this record was fucking sick. I've been sleeping on this band for way too long. And if you like funky, groovy rock music, this is the band for you.
This is it. I fucking agree with everything. I hadn't heard of them before the I Don't Know How tour. Got to see them on my birthday last year. Thanks, Joywave. Great live band. Caught me off guard. I saw the car roll on, or the half car roll on stage. I was like, what the fuck is this band? Great stage presence. I'm not talking about their live performance, sorry, but it hooked me and it also kept me intrigued. I immediately followed them, the band account after that, and I was like, I want to see what you guys, come up with next. Personality, as you said, online, very, very just straightforward. That's like, it's silly. They're silly. You get it. My 3-track run is probably Scared, Brain Damage. I'm pretty sure is the full. Yeah, Brain Damage and He's Back. That is my favorite 3-track run on the album. Incredible. I love He's Back as well. It's such a good song. Definitely that groovy, fucking ass shaking, jazzy rock that I don't mean to bring their friends into this, that I wanted from I Don't Know How. This is what I fucking expected. Joywave, you came through. Thank you. Love this record a lot. Definitely will be revisiting this one. And I think they're on tour. Or they announced a tour.
They're going to be in the fall.
Yeah, I think they're coming to Virginia.
Yeah, with Honey as support.
Damn right.
And then they'll be in the UK and EU and that part of the world later in the year. They're hitting the US first, and then they're heading over after that.
Hell yeah. But yeah, incredible record. I think it's so silly how the closer finishes, which is the little piano, caught me off guard because I was like, oh, it's such a slow little sad song, and that's just I fucking love it. Great record, front to back, thumbs up. Well
Hell
done.
yeah.
Billie Eilish dropped a new album, Hit Me Hard and Soft. I'm gonna start this one.
Go ahead.
As the resident Billie Eilish fan, I have to say I am very disappointed with how this record came out. But I have to put it in a different perspective. She is a mega mainstream artist now, possibly one of the probably top 10 biggest pop artists right now. Arena level, fucking headliner, festival level. She's fucking crushing it right now. I think she's like 22 or something. She can't make fucking Bad Guy over and over again, you know? And I just have to keep telling myself that. I use that as an example. That was probably one of my least favorites off the record. Off When We All Fell Asleep, Where Do We Go? So I have to tell myself, because she's so mainstream, she's fucking growing. She's growing up. She has to make music that's going to appeal to a larger audience, something that's more palatable for the 70 million monthly listeners she has. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. And this album will do that. I think it has good moments. I definitely do think it's better than Happier Than Ever. Like, miles better than Happier Than Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the title track. That title track is incredible. As I said, each song is just okay for me. Just okay. Nothing really. It's kind of like the same thing with the ZAYN album, where it kind of feels like every song is kind of the same BPM, but it's like then it's like randomly on like two tracks out of an entire record, it has like a weird little funky ending where she gets a little silly, and she does like a little hyper pop moment or something, and it's like, why didn't you just do this for the entire song? I understand like accents in songs, like, ooh, we're gonna add this little guitar riff or something. You could have done that for a whole song and it would have been okay. You didn't have to do it for a whole album, but you could have done like a fucking rock song. You could have done something that would have broken up all of the tracks. There was something else that the bass lines on this record were great though. I do have to say, it feels like she like rediscovered the bass line for herself since that last record, and I like it. Sounded great. It was very forward, bass heavy. That was good. But that's all I got.
It's funny that you say that, like, you were, although I saw it coming based on what we were talking about this morning. I like the record. I don't have it anything to compare it to other than her last record though, because you were the one that was like, we're gonna check this record out, we're gonna cover it. I was like, too cool back when that first record came out to listen to something cool and popular. So I never checked it out. But I did not like the last record, Happier Than Ever. You want to talk about a snooze fest.
One way ticket to fucking Mimiville, man.
Dude, for real. But so I really didn't have much expectations going into this record, not to mention she made the very bold decision to not have any singles, which is crazy, but only an artist of her caliber could do that. But I would just like to say that the listening parties she did were very cool. I didn't realize that she was going to be at those listening parties. She was dancing around on stage because like she totally could just fill an arena solely based off the hype of the album and not have to be there. But the fact that she was there was cool. With that being said, I really enjoyed the record. I did not like the way it opened. The way it opened, I thought that we were sitting down and getting ready for another Happier Than Ever. We were getting Happier Than Ever Part 2 because Skinny is slow.
Slow as fuck.
But after that, the record picks up in no time. She wastes no time getting it going with Lunch. And
Lunch is great.
Yes.
I do like that one.
And then from that point forward, the record basically just cruises. I like the 2, 3, 4 track run. Those 3 tracks, Lunch, Chihiro, maybe.
Maybe.
And
Yeah.
Birds of a Feather, I like those 3 songs. The Greatest, the ending on that, the build up, it's just like I can hear that shit in a live setting and I got goosebumps. And it is not related to the fact that my AC was too cold in my car. I got goosebumps listening to that. The song after that, I'm not even going to try to pronounce. That one's funky groovy. But the title is in French, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I really enjoyed this entire record. I saw obviously people freaking out about this online. She's an absolutely massive artist, but I went into this with no expectations because people, if an artist is big enough, they could drop a literal pile of shit and people will eat it up. So I did not go into into it with any sort of expectations other than, this is Billie Eilish. She didn't put any singles out. Let's see what's going to happen. And I came away thoroughly enjoying the record. I think that there's a lot of cool different influences on here, with there being some pop, some rock, there's electronic, some things that like remind me of like Daft Punk. Maybe that's because that's the only electronic band I really listened to, but it felt very Daft Punky, some of the electronic parts. As you mentioned, the bass lines are so thick and groovy on this album. Definitely a highlight. And overall, I just very much enjoyed it, which I didn't expect.
That's crazy. That's crazy how it flopped. Flip-flops.
Yeah, but
that's
like
actually
this,
wild.
but like the things that she's doing on this record, not throughout, but some of the things that she does on this record are like what I gravitate towards in popular music, like the very groovy pop stuff, as well as just straight up like structured pop songs. I enjoy some of those too. I mean, I love Tate McRae. But like that, the groovy shit is what I'm here for. It makes sense that I came away liking this record. But I didn't expect to. I thought I was gonna pull out angsty me and be like, "Oh, she's popular. Ew." But overall, I enjoyed the record. Very, very stoked to see what happens with this, sold out headlining tour. I would assume, I would assume those tickets were gone before the virtual gates even opened. So yeah, very excited to see what's to come. And she's like number 14 in the world on Spotify, so maybe she'll finally dethrone The Weeknd in that number 1 spot.
Oh my god. Abel. Yeah, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Dance Gavin Dance dropped 2 new singles, Straight from the Heart and Speed Demon. I enjoyed these. Dance Gavin Dance has always been a band where like I thought they were cool, what they were doing was sick, but never was a huge fan of them, because when I started getting into this kind of music within the scene, Tillian was the vocalist in the band, and I am not a fan of Tillian's voice, so I was not a fan of Dance Gavin Dance.
That's so rare to hear and kind of refreshing.
Because I just was not a fan of his voice. I thought it was way too high pitched for what was going on, and he lived way too high just in general. For me to thoroughly enjoy listening to the band, although I thought they had some cool songs. So this was refreshing, because it's more like, it's not super high pitched, almost like squeals in some points. Straight from the Heart, I think, is the better of the two. I enjoyed both though. I like Andrew as a vocalist, as a front man. I like his band, so I think that he's a great addition to this band. And overall, I'm stoked to see where this goes. They're going to be out this fall with Falling in Reverse and Black Veil Brides. So, hell yeah.
So I was getting into Dance Gavin Dance maybe 2 months ago. I texted you, or no, I think I told you. I was like, I'm getting into Dance Gavin Dance. You're like, dude, what the fuck? You're like 2 months out. Too much is happening too soon. That did not go according to plan. I in fact did not get into Dance Gavin Dance. I like their singles for their last record, meaning the one where they dressed up like knights, and then the Synergy, the one with Rob from Don Broco, because it's Don Broco. Um, I I also had a problem with Tillian's vocals. I thought it was intriguing because I was like, "Oh, that's you don't hear that often." I mean, in a world of Kellen Quinns and Vic Fuentes, you would think that, "Oh, I'm gonna like this shit." You do for like the first like three songs, and then you're like, "You're still up there." You could bring it down like a
Yeah.
little bit. Like that's gotta hurt, you know? I think I said it in our group chat where I was like, he's a little pitchy sometimes, where it
Mhm.
kind of just like hurts if I listen to it for too long. Except for Synergy. That one I've listened to like fucking like 200 times. That shit, I could listen to it for the rest of my life and I'd be happy. I think, Andrew, perfect fit for this band. I love both of these songs. My favorite is also Straight from the Heart. Because I like the little part where he kind of breaks it down a little bit and he does a da 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 da. Oh god damn, that part's so good. But the Speed Demon is also, it reminds me a lot of Jackpot Juicer, I think is the name. Yeah,
Mhm.
Jackpot Juicer. It reminds me of that very well, or maybe that's just Dance Gavin Dance overall, where it's just that very fast, does not stop, go, go, go with kind of like little flicky guitar riffs, kind of like scattered throughout, which I love about Dance Gavin Dance. Very excited to get into this band now with Andrew being in it and the vocals being a lot more approachable, or the clean vocals being a lot more approachable. I've always liked their screams. I need to
Mhm.
learn the people's names so I'm not just saying the screamer guy, because he's like a core member. He's like one of the founders.
Mhm.
So screams, always fucking liked them. Tillian's vocals were just what kind of made me go, if
Yeah.
I could go to a concert of this, because that might get a little annoying. But this shit's good. I don't know. People don't like him. Well, not. I feel like it's just growing pains. A lot of people are always going to be like, "Well, the vocalist before you was better," because they're used to that.
That's just Dance Gavin Dance. It's always the vocalist
Really?
before you was better. Like when
That
Tillian
must
was
be
in the
fucking
band, it was
exhausting.
always the vocalist before that. When Tillian got kicked out, everyone was like, "Bring back Johnny Craig," and it's just like it's always just that. Like,
Looking back.
yeah, like
Mm.
I haven't really listened to the band, but always somehow wind up seeing their fans shit on my timeline, and it's always just the other vocalist was better. So that's just how it is.
That's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Damn. Wage War dropped a new single, Tombstone. Holy fucking groovy ass breakdown at the end of this song, that man. Fucking incredible. The grooves are immaculate. I love this song a lot. And I think this is possibly my favorite Wage War song because it's goddamn, dude. That little ending breakdown, I had to play it back a couple of times because I was like, no way they did that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Yeah. This song's fucking sick. Magnetic seems to have been a one-off at this point because we've gotten two heavy ass songs since then. I'm very, very excited for this record. It'll be out in a month, June 21st. Mark your calendars, 4 weeks from now. Love this song, love this band. Stoked for more, stoked for this album. Hell yeah.
Damn right.
408 and We the Kings dropped a new single, Ultimatum. Fucking banger.
I thought this was good.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like that good, wholesome pop punk song, you can't be mad at it. I thought it was good. I like We the Kings, I like 408. Good song.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nothing More and David Draymond dropped a new song, Angel Song. Was this Set It Off or am I going crazy? I listened to it 4 times and every single time I thought, so because this is how I hear, this is how, every single time fucking Set It Off comes on, I always go, is this Patrick Stump? And I go, no, it's Set It Off. And so every single time I fucking listen to this, I've gone, is that fucking Patrick Stump? And I'm like, oh no, it's Set It Off. And then I look and I'm like, no, it's Nothing More. What the fuck? All that to say, was not the biggest fan. Not a big fan of this song. I think it's just okay. That's like it's not bad, it's not good. It's just I thought it was one band, then I thought it was another band,
Yeah, you got really confused on
and
this
then it
one.
was the wrong band.
They threw you for a loop, yeah.
They did, yeah. So, and no one hears that comparison.
I don't hear
the
it.
Patrick Stump to do you?
I don't hear
You need to listen to
anything
like
that
fucking
anything you just said. Good for you, or I hope you're happy, or good for you, or I'm not reading all that, bro.
yeah.
But I don't hear it.
How can you not hear that? It's like Killer in the Mirror era fucking Set It Off sounds like what is it? Jazz punk. What the fuck was his name?
Soul punk.
Soul punk. Patrick Stump. If you listen to soul punk and then you listen to fucking Killer in the Mirror and then you listen to this song, you're gonna be like, it's the same person. Whatever.
Nah, man. For the people listening on the audio platforms, I just sat here and shook my head at Glory for 5 seconds.
You don't get it. It's fine. Someone out there gets it. Someone gets it. I'll fucking clip them all together just to show you because I'm so serious. Like, I don't whatever.
I thought that this song was cool. I'm a big fan of Nothing More when they're heavy. When they're not heavy and they do stuff like this, it's like a 50-50 if I'm going to like it or not. I like the song. They tap David from Disturbed, which is always a cool addition. And overall, I thought it was a pretty good song. Another record coming out here in June. Very excited for this one. Hoping for more songs like House of Sand, though, because I've been streaming that song a lot. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Attack dropped their new single Concrete. Heavy as fuck. Attack is back for more. Hoping for an album this time. You know, it's just the first single, but I'm calling it an album because I want one.
They breathed, man. You're like, where's the album?
Yeah, they literally breathed. Did about 24 hours of promotion before the song came out, and now I'm just like, where's the album at?
Where's the Dropbox link, man? Send that shit over.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this song. Big Attack fan. Excited for more. Whether it's an album or not, I'm just happy for more Attack.
Yeah, damn right. I thought this song was good. It definitely did make me think, damn, this is the same band that did Kawaii Cowboys. And it just, I had a second where I was like, damn, that was like fucking 3 years ago.
That was so funny because we were like, it was all we were doing interviews, and I was like, dude, I gotta get this new Callous Cowboy. I gotta get this new Attack. And I was like, wait, this song kind of sucks.
You're like, holy shit, Attack. Dude, this shit's ass.
And this all happened in the span of a call or two. Because 2020, Gloria and I, we were in a call every hour of every day.
Quite literally. Yeah, it was like 8 hours a day. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought this was good.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, Attack. The Used dropped a new single, Meds, with a little Z, with a little Z at the end.
Yep. They announced a B-sides album to their last record, Toxic Positivity, which is going to include the 2 songs that were put out before the album rollout started. So I'm glad
we've heard the whole B-sides album.
No. There's gonna be 10 songs on this B-side record. But I was reading today, I was like, oh, look at that. They're putting those 2 songs, they're finding a home for them on the B-sides. I still think they should have been on the record, but I digress. As long as they'll be on some sort of full length. I thought that the song was cool. I'm excited for more from these sessions. Always a big fan of the Used. As long as they keep playing people are vomit, they should keep playing that song. Because that one's a banger, and I'm seeing them in July, so they should keep playing that song because I'll be there.
Bert, you heard him.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought the song was good. But I'm just gonna comment. You said a 10-track B-sides album.
Yeah, they're doing the exact same thing Escape the Fate just did.
I was gonna say, what the fuck is with these bands from that era doing this shit?
I'm all right with it.
I was gonna say I want to complain because it's like, why the fuck are you dropping another album and labeling it B-sides? But then it's like, it's more music. Yeah, exactly. I should be happy about this, you know?
And they did do the same exact thing for Heartwork. They've been doubling their albums the past couple of releases now. So that should be just for fun. They're like, we got songs.
You guys want them, right?
Probably.
That's great. I mean, probably, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we could use more used.
We could. Damn it. Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Hands Like Houses dropped their new single Panic. This one's a fucking banger. I really like this song a lot. One of my favorites from all of the various Hands Like Houses singles we've heard this year. Excited for more. Hopefully we start to see an album because there's been a lot of singles. But you know, as the singles keep coming, we'll keep listening to them. We'll keep talking about them. Can't complain.
We'll keep yapping if you guys keep dropping.
Exactly.
Damn right. I liked this track a lot. Vocals were very strong on this one. Felt like he was fucking yelling in my face. I thought it was awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I really like this one. I would like this EP. I'm assuming it's an EP. I mean, they all have the same fucking Strato cover art. Whenever that drops or even gets announced, I'll be happy. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Static Dress dropped a new single, Crying. Static Dress.
Dude, they dropped a fucking banger.
They did. I fucking love Static Dress. Been waiting patiently for anything. It's been like, what, a year and a half, 2?
Yeah, probably.
Somewhere in there with that weird ass like comic album or something, right?
Yeah, that was fucking
sick. That shit was awesome. Yeah, no, that shit was awesome. Yeah. I need more bands to do shit like that because that was cool as fuck. I like this track a lot. I like this band a lot. Very excited to see what else they have under their sleeve. They always do something fucking crazy and awesome.
Hell yeah, and they'll be spending the second half of the year or most of the fall into the winter touring with Under Oath. So I don't know about you, but I'm expecting some sort of full body of work. You don't just go on tour with Under Oath and then not do anything,
Come on.
So I'm expecting a full body of work either in that time frame or shortly thereafter to ride off that hype. But what do I know? I'm not in the camp, but there's a single here, and it's good.
Exactly. Damn right.
Oh yeah.
Damn right.
The Gloom in the Corner dropped a new single, The Jericho Protocol.
I liked this track a lot. It has fucking theatrical moments. It's heavy. It's fast. It's fun. I like it.
Hell yeah. Yep. Yes. They're keeping the theatrics going. We really dove into it the last time we spoke to Mikey about their last record, and they're just keeping it coming with a theatrical banger. I'm here for this band, and I'm stoked for what's to come.
Hell yeah. Damn right. Outline and Color dropped a new single, Won't Let Myself Become You. Damn.
Yeah.
Yes, title.
Yeah. This song's fucking sick. This band is fucking awesome. Their last record was fucking sick. We had them on the podcast to talk about it. You know the whole drill. I'm just stoked to see them dropping more music. They're going to be going on a headliner, taking Nightlife and Fox Cult out as support. But they've been doing a bunch of pretty sick touring, and just stoked to see this band growing.
Damn right. I love this track a lot. Vocals, crazy. Little guitar flicks that they have randomly in there, fucking crazy. They went off. Catchy ass chorus. Great song.
Hell yeah. And Future Palace and Charlie from As Everything Unfolds dropped their new single, The Echoes of Disparity. Future Palace announced their upcoming record dropping in August. This song is fucking sick. What a matchup here with two absolute powerhouses coming to make a song together. Charlie's a fucking sick vocalist. Future Palace is such a sick band.
Damn right.
So when I saw this song go up, I actually I watched the music video because I was like, it came out a little bit before the song came out, and I was like, yeah, this song's gonna be fucking sick. I want to check this out ahead of Monday because I knew we were gonna talk about it, and not disappointed. Very stoked about the song and excited for a new Future Palace album.
Damn right. I also really like this song. I told myself don't say record song, and then I still said record. I like this track a lot. As you said, fucking crazy feature, great mashup. Vocals are fucking insane on this. Just the variety. Thank you. The variety on this one track alone is so fun. It tickles my brain. It's fucking awesome. And great breakdowns. Chug riffs are great. I fucking love chug riffs. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, that's all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. TikTok, Good Noise Podcast. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Audio streaming services. Guess what? Good Noise Podcast. And Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Glory's got your Patreon supporters, your Twitch subs, your merch plug, your Amazon plug, your important plugs, and then we're gonna sign off.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Matt from Pulses, Jeremy, sorry, Pop Punk Apologist, and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coaster Lover, and Matt again from Pulses. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. You're the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Check out our merch. It is goodnoisepodcast.creator-spring.com, and check out our setup in the description. It's in the description. You could see our cameras and our mics and our entire setup and be like, wow, that's fucking awesome. I'm gonna copy them and I'm gonna have that exact same setup. You could do that. Go do that. Important plugs: Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, Free Palestine, be a decent person, and support local bands and buy merch from the openers, because most of the time they're pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Well, as I said, that's all we have today. I have been Shane.
I've been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. See you when we see you. Bye.
Bye.